Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for Northeastern Conference Baseball. Lynn English, the Bulldogs, they've only played 2 games this year. This is their first home game. Taking on Malden. This will be Malden's last year in the Northeastern Conference after that tough vote. Malden, Medford, Somerville, Everett being voted out. I thought that was rather poor judgment because I thought those 4 teams were very competitive with all of the sports, especially some of the girls' sports like soccer and basketball. But they voted them out. And at the same time, it would have been a very good 16-team league. And at the same time, Revere opted to leave the conference, so they're going out as well. So instead of having a 16-team league, I think it's going to be down to 11. Malden is 2-3. English is 1-1. Liam Jordan, the third baseman, will lead it off as we get started here at Fraser Field. Dougie Mullins in his second year as the head guy for the Bulldogs. Chop foul by Jordan. Juan Suburvi on the mound for the Bulldogs. High for a ball. In for a strike. 1-2. I apologize for not knowing the umpire's name behind the plate, but we have something in common. We're born on the same day, March 9th. Good off-speed pitch. It just hung inside. Good pitch by Suburvi. The base umpire, a long time, and good friend Jimmy McKeever. Hit high in the air. Right fielder coming on and making the play. Jose Morel made that exciting. I thought he dropped it. He dropped his hat. The hat fell. I thought he dropped the ball. Makes the one-handed catch. There's one away. Ari Cohen, the catcher, is the hitter. Not a lot of fans here tonight. Hangs high for a ball. St. Mary's played Fenwick prior to this, and the weather was decent. Not great, but decent. And actually lightened up a little bit. Blue skies popped a little bit. Swing and a miss. But now, with the sun going down, it's getting cold again. The wind started to pick up, and it's become very chilly. So still not baseball weather. The 1-2 pitch coming up from Suburvi to Cohen. English is trying to make it a sweep here at home for the Lynn teams. St. Mary's won the first one. Just a touch. Reached out, leaned, and tapped it foul on the first baseline. I mentioned it looks like a little city over at Manning Field. From the first game, they're still filling over the track and field over there. There's a whole bunch of people. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch by Suburvi. Two up, two down. Christian Monahan da Silva, the shortstop, is the hitter. Popped up to the third baseman. So the left-hander went the other way. Popped it up to Anthony Mateo. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Suburban and the Bulldogs. Strong inning by Suburban. And English will bat in the bottom of the first. It'll be Joe Marmoretta, the shortstop, leading off. Batting second and playing center field, Andy DeVerge. Jose Morel, the right fielder, will bat third. Pitching and batting fourth, Juan Suburvi. Batting fifth and playing left field, Eric Ubry. The first baseman, Ethan Labby, will hit number 6. Batting seventh and playing third base, Anthony Mateo. The catcher, Albert Torres, will hit number 8. And the second baseman, Claudius Prondis, will hit number 9. I mentioned Malden, Medford, Somerville Everett will be going back to the GBL League. Revere will be joining them for that 5-team league, and there's word that possibly Cambridge Rins, who was in that league originally, will come back, and they'll have a 6-team league. Billy Stickney, the left-hander, is on the mound for Malden. As the lights are on here at Fraser Field. A little bit of an early start. They started a little after 6 instead of waiting until 7. St. Mary's was finished. And these two teams came right out, getting ready to go. A lot of work to be done here at Fraser. Initially, the cement overhang used to go all the way out to the front row from the press box out, and they had some problems. It deteriorated, and they had to cut it in half, and it just covered the back part of the stands. And now that is deteriorating, and it's falling down, and they're cordoned off all around the press box from the third base dugout to the first base dugout. Anything under the overhang is all cordoned off. You can't sit there. And the weather, the way it's been with the heavy, heavy wind blowing, it's made a mess of the backstop, the screen. That's one of the reasons why we moved over from this angle, being behind the English dugout, because it used to cause a problem, or it did cause a problem with it. On your screen at home, you would be seeing quite a bit of the backstop floating around, and annoying. That ball is hit a mile in the air to center field. Way up in the air, the center fielder, Oliveira, comes in and makes the play on Moretta. Andy DeVers, the center fielder, will be the hitter. English with new uniforms and new warm-up jackets. High and tight for a ball. High again for a ball, 2-0. Missing low is 3-0. DeVers will be very fussy. Takes it all the way for a strike. Takes it again for a strike. Stickney trying to come all the way back after 3-0. Now we got the payoff pitch up and coming. And that one's hit a mile up in the air. First baseman pitcher, the pitcher will make the play. So English is trying to bring rain, hitting the ball as high as they're doing it. The verge pops up to the pitcher. Stickney comes all the way back after being 3-0. Gets him for the out. Jose Morel, the right fielder, will be the hitter. Swing and a miss. Big hop for the shortstop. Monahan De Silva over the first baseman, Krudensberg. So both pitchers and both teams go out a quick 1-2-3 inning. No base runners for either team. And at the end of one, we're right where we were when we started. Dead even. English nothing, Malden nothing at the end of one. Stand on that one. One quick out, one pitch. Stickney bounces out. Sean Bartholomew, the left fielder, will be the hitter. In for a strike. Down and away for a ball. Hit foul, that's going to go down in that grassy knoll behind first base. Missing down and in. Hit foul again. That makes it up in the seats and bounces over the seats. Hit up the middle. Very nice play by the shortstop. Jomar Moretta went way to his left, almost behind second base, and on the run throws Bartholomew out. That's a very nice defensive play. No wasted effort. Very smoothly done. 2 up, 2 down for Corey Oliveira, the center fielder. Up and away for a ball. Hit foul back and out of play. Swing and a miss. Chased the high fastball and swung right through it. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in inning number 2. Took something off. Oliveira jumped on it, but got out in front and pulled it foul. Didn't miss by much. Hit foul again off the screen. So again, deuce is wild here in inning number 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. They'll have to throw him out at first. Second strikeout for Suburbi. His second 1-2-3 inning. He's retired the first 6 he's faced. And English again will have an opportunity to get on the board first. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Juan Suburbi, Eric Ubry, Ethan Labby to face Billy Stickney, who will start his second inning of work. When I left the house, I thought this would be a really tough night here at Frazier Field because it was overcast, it was damp, it had rained quite a bit during the day. Of course, it poured yesterday. But it's not as bad as it's been. There's still a little bit of a breeze that causes a few problems. Still can't come in with short sleeve shirt and shorts. But it's not the worst that we've gone through. I just wish it would get better quickly. But again, the workers, the city workers, DPW guys that work here at Frazier Field did a terrific job. You'd never know it rained yesterday. And boy, it poured rain all day yesterday into this morning. And they did a very good job making sure this field was ready. So a tip of the hat to everybody who had a hand in that. Low for a ball. Juan Suburbi, pitcher against pitcher here. Hit in the air. Down inside the foul, just inside the foul line. Suburbi in with a double. He got all of that one. Drilled it, just got it inside the foul pole, bounced into the bullpen area. Suburbi is the first base runner. He's in scoring position at second base for Eric Ubry, the left fielder. So English with the first threat. Runner at second and nobody out. High for a ball. Hit right back to the pitcher. They hold the runner at second. Down and Stickney helps himself. In for a strike, 1-1. High for a ball. In for a strike. 2-1 the count to the Bulldog first baseman. Malden are the Golden Tornadoes. Up and away for a ball. Yeah, that's ball 4. So 2 on for the Bulldogs. Anthony Mateo, the third baseman, will be the hitter. As lights are on here at Manning and over at here at Fraser and over at Manning as well. Hit in the air, that's going to go out of play. Into that grassy knoll behind first base. Down and in. Mateo had to skip a little rope to get out of the way of that one. In for a strike. Strike 3 called. He knew it as soon as he took it. Miss. Well, Torres one swing of the bat from possibly giving English a lead. Stickney one strike away from getting out of a jam. Strike 3 called. So he gets 2 big strikeouts. English gets a double and a 1-out walk. And they're left at first and second. Stickney got his first 2 strikeouts. We finished 2, and we're still dead even. English nothing, Malden nothing, going into the 3rd inning. Pitch pops it up. Nice job by the catcher, Albert Torres, chases it down in front of the the Malden dugout. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the 3rd inning. Ezra Krutzenberg, the first baseman, is the hitter. Chops it at it and pushes it foul towards the English dugout. Waves at it again. Chased that way down and away. Waved at it for strike 3. Two quick outs in the 3rd. Devin Killeran, the right fielder, is the hitter. He was walking the dugout. I didn't think he threw 3 pitches. It's only strike 2. He was walking to the dugout. So I just assumed it was strike 3. Missing for a ball. I guess he was going over to talk to the coach because he just stepped down and walked away. And I said, I could have sworn I only saw him swing at 2 pitches. Hit the second base. That was a different hit. That was Killeran. I thought the way that was left-handed, I thought that they hit it back to the plate. So another 1-2-3 inning for Suburvi. He's perfect through 3. He's got a strikeout in each of the 3 innings. And for the 3rd time, English will have a chance to get on the board first. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Bulldogs facing Billy Stickney, who will be starting his 3rd inning of work. Claudius Prondis, the second baseman, and then back to the top of the order, Joe Marmoretta, Andy DeVerge. The only threat was the Bulldogs. They got a double and a walk. And it looked like the same left-hand hitter coming up, but it wasn't. It was the second hitter. And it was a 1-2-3 inning. Hit foul right into the Malden dugout. chased that high fastball way out of the strike zone, swung right through it. Third strikeout for Stickney. He's got 3 in a row. Struck out 2 to end the second inning. Gets the first to start the third. Joe Marmoretta flied out to center field, leading off the bottom of the first. In for a strike. Shawshaw made that nice smooth play throwing out the runner in the second inning, going way to his left behind second base. Made it look easy. That broke down and in. Malden wanted that one. Was ready to throw. Moretta asked for time. The umpire gave it to him. And by the time Stickney realized he was halfway throwing the ball, he should have thrown the ball. He could get hurt stopping in the middle of your windup like that. Solidly hit right to the shortstop. And a nice pick at first base. Monahan to Silva got that hard shot right at him. He threw it in the turf. And Krudensburg down and in again. That one turned him all the way around the batter's box. He wound up on the turf. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. We played 3. We had a little bit of a glitch. We had to move because we had to move back into the press box, as you can tell, with the netting right in the middle of your screen. We had to move over because we had a problem with the batter we had to plug in. They missed trying to bunt. Liam Jordan led off the inning with the first base hit and the first base runner for Malden. So Burby had retired 9 in a row. This is Ari Cohen, who struck out his first time. He was looking to bunt and missed it. Missed it again. The throw down. Out at second base. Great throw by Torres. Nice tag by Moretta. And they throw the runner out. Great throw by Torres. Nice tag by Moretta. And they nailed the base runner, who comes back limping a little bit. Waves at the pitch for strike 3. Looked like an off-speed breaking ball. So Burby keeps his record intact. He's got 1 strikeout in each of the innings. And if you're looking on your TV screen, you could probably see why we didn't want to be in this position, because the backstop is just, ridiculous. It's hanging down, and it's probably right in the middle of your screen. How big was that throw out at second base now, as Christian Monahan de Silva just reaches out, punches it the opposite way into left field for a base hit. Second hit in the inning, but there's only 1 on with 2 outs. Billy Stickney, the pitcher. Bats left, throws left. Hit in a right field for a base hit. The runner will hold at second. So that throw out at second base, even bigger now. After the strikeout, back-to-back hits. Sean Bartholomew, the left fielder, grounded out, shot to first. Malden's got a couple of fans here. England's got a few more on a not great night to be sitting out watching baseball. Good curveball. Again, that little off-speed pitch drops in for a strike. Bartholomew grounded out, shot to first. That looked like he had a base hit. Moretta made a nice play going way to his left and throwing him out. Low for a ball. Hit the shot. Moretta, the shortstop, will make the play unassisted. So that big play in the inning was Torres to Moretta throwing the base runner out, followed by a couple of base hits, but the base hits are left on base. So Malden gets their first 3 hits of the game, but they wind up empty on the scoreboard. We played half a game here at Frazier Field. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Full in English. Jose Morel, Juan Suburvi, Eric Ubry to face Billy Stickney starting his 4th inning of work. Not a horrible night, but not a great night for baseball yet. Still trying to get some decent weather. And we're supposed to have rain again near the end of the week. This being Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday's supposed to be a pretty good day, but more rain on Friday. I guess April showers bring May flowers, but we've had enough of the rain. And the wind. The wind just hasn't stopped. It hasn't died down at all. And that's what happened to this backstop. It got blown into oblivion. Slicing it way foul down the right side, going down the bullpen area. Jose Morel, the right fielder, grounded out short to first. His 1 trip. Malden coach coming out. Stickney was ready to pitch. The umpire said, hold up, my hand is up. Stickney, you could hear the pitcher Stickney say, all right. So a little to-do there with the pitcher and the umpire. And that brings the Malden coach out to kind of maybe calm Stickney down. He likes to work a little quickly. Now the umpire's coming out to break up the confab. So now we're back to baseball. Down and in for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Chop foul past third base. Down and in for a ball. Swing and a miss for strike three. Two in a row, struck out, one to end the third, one to start the fourth. 5 strikeouts for Stickney. Took something off the pitch and dropped it in for a strike. Suburbia has the only hit for the Bulldogs. He got a leadoff double in the second and got stranded at second base. Up and away for a ball. In for a strike, gets 1 and 2. Chop towards third, it stays fair, they let it go, it hit the third base bag, it's a base hit. They didn't have a play because nobody could get to the ball quick enough, and they let it roll hoping it would go foul. Suburban gets his second hit, it rolled down and just nudged the third base bag. Eric Ewry hit it well, but bounced it right at the pitcher and got thrown out. So Brewer has about a one-step lead at first base. Shot into left center field. That's going to be in the gap all the way back to the fence. So Brewer's going to be held up at third. Ruby got all of that one and drilled it into deep left center field all the way to the fence. Third hit for the Bulldogs, second extra base hit. And they have second and third with 1 out for Ethan Labby, who drew a walk as 1 trip. And Malden will bring the infield in. Center field and right field are very shallow. The left field is playing almost on the warning track. Off the glove. Suburbia is going to scoot home. So English gets on the board first here in the fourth on the pass ball. Just went right off the catcher's glove to the backstop. Missing inside for a ball. So Burby has to sit down and take a rest. He ran around the bases. He's got to be dog tired. High for a ball. In for a strike, 3-1. Ball is infield, way in. Hit foul out of play. Hit hard right at the third baseman. Hit it solidly with the infield pulled in, but he hit it right at the third baseman. Labby is thrown out. Jordan did a nice job holding the runner, make sure he didn't get a jump at third. So there's two-way for Anthony Mateo, who was called out on strikes his one trip. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Infield moves back with 2 outs. Hit foul to the backstop. High for a ball. Took a good look at that one. It was up and away for a ball, and we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Waves at the pitch for strike 3. Third straight inning, he struck out 2. But the single followed by the double and the pass ball gets English on the board. So Suburban will take the mound for the first time with a lead. We've finished 4 here in this Northeastern Conference battle at Frazier Field. Lynn English 1, Malden nothing. Corey Oliveira swings and misses at the first pitch from Suburban. He struck out swinging and was thrown out by the catcher at first base when the ball popped out of his glove. Hit in the air, foul. That's going to go out of play. Missed inside. Broke late. Almost hit him, actually. That one did hit him. So the tying run at first with nobody out here in the 5th. Shea Cohen popped up. Torres, the catcher, made a nice play. He's made 2 nice plays in the game. He threw a runner out trying to steal, and he went way over to the Malden bench area to catch the pop-up. And now Cohen gets the sacrifice down. Goes 1-3. And the tying run moves over to second base. Ezra Krutzenberg. Not going to be Krutzenberg. It's going to be Curran. Curran is going to hit. So Curran is the pinch hitter. Nice stop by Torres on a pitch that broke down and away. Down and in, another nice stop by Torres. Torres has a problem with his helmet, face mask. You get a new one. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Suburbi mixing up his speeds nicely. Missing low for a ball. Malden bench coming alive. Missed inside for a ball. First walk given up by Suburbi. And Malden has 2 on with 1 out for Devin Killeran, the right fielder, who grounded out second to first. Hit the first pitch he saw from Suburbi and hit it right to the second baseman, Prondas. Looks the bunt, takes the pitch for a strike. The lights are still on at Manning Field, but they've long since left. There are a maze of people over there for track and field. In again on the corner. Quickly 2 strikes. Waves at the pitch for strike 3. So he keeps his record intact. He's got 1 strikeout in each of the 5 innings. Liam Jordan fly to right and singled. His single started the 4th inning, and he got thrown out stealing. And that was a big play because Malden got 2 hits after that and wound up leaving the 2 hits on base. High for a ball. In the turf, another nice stop by Torres. High for a ball. In for a strike, taking all the ways you would expect. Count is now 3-1. Oh, back-to-back walks after a hit batsman. And all of a sudden the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Ari Cohen, the catcher, has struck out swinging twice. English leading at 1-0. Malden trying to get back. Swing and a miss. Breaks down and away for a ball. 1-1. Torres, the catcher, has got a workout this inning. Down and away, 2-1. So Rivy pitching from the stretch with the bases loaded. Hit the shot. Moretta. A little pitch over to Prondis. And they get out of the inning. So Malden threatens. But they come up empty. They leave the bases loaded. They didn't get a hit. They got 2 walks. I hit batsman. So Burby got his 5th strikeout. I mentioned he's got 1 in each inning. So Suburbia has gone through 5 and shut Malden down. English holding on to that slim 1-0 lead. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Bulldogs as we start the bottom of the 5th inning. And Stickney will start his 5th inning of work. The catcher, Albert Torres. Second baseman, Clotis Prondis. And then back to the top of the order, Jomar Moretta, who will be the 3 hitters to face Stickney. Northeastern Conference baseball. English has had problems. They started later than everybody. They've only played 2 games. They were supposed to play Saturday against Marblehead. It got rained out. Malden's already played 5. St. Mary's has played 5. English will be piling up some games. Torres, the catcher, was called out on strikes. That was a part of the ball game when Stickney struck out 3 in a row, 2 to end the second and 1 to start the third. And actually struck out 4 out of 5 outs in that space. He didn't get a strikeout in the first, but he's got 2 each in the next 3. They're taking a little bit of a time because that ball popped up and nailed the catcher, Cohen. Hit on the ground off the third baseman's glove. He can't make the play. Had it, bobbled it, had it again, dropped it again. Torres will reach on the error. Prondis, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Let's see if they play small ball. Malden thinks so. Third baseman is cheating in. Jordan up in front of the bag. They get the bunt down. And they're going to throw him out because he slipped and fell. It took a long time for the play to develop. Stickney finally wound up with it, threw the ball to first base. Malden is coming on. I think they're saying there was interference with the hitter. Or that he was out of the batter's box, I think is what they're saying. But the umpire has to see it to call it. So the sacrifice is going to go 1-3. And if Prondis didn't slip and fall, he would have had a base hit. Malden thought that running up the bunt that he was out of the batter's box. Joe Marmoretta flied to center, grounded a short. Slices it off to the right side down in that grassy knoll. Hit to third, it'll go foul. Looked like it went off his foot anyway. Put a roll right down the third base line. Stayed foul all the way past third base. Bottom of the fifth. 1 out. A runner at second, thanks to an error and a sacrifice. English leading Malden 1-0. Slices that one into the seats. It bounces back on the field. Down and in for a ball. Nice job by the catcher Cohen. Bounced to his left and blocked that one. Swing and a miss. They're going to have to throw him out at first base. So 2 away. 7 strikeouts for Stickney. Andy DeVerge popped to the pitcher and struck out swinging. Hit up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. And they throw him out. Nice pick at first base. They take a base hit and an RBI away from DeVerge. Terrific play. Christian Monahan de Silva went to his left, made the play. The throw was low. The first baseman, Krutzenberg, digs it out of the turf. Very nice play on both ends. Takes a hit and an RBI away from DeVerge. Takes a run away from English. We played 5 full. English still holding on to that skinny 1-0 lead over Malden. Middle of the order for Malden as we start the top of the 6th inning. 3, 4, and 5. Christian Monahan de Silva. How is it more often than not you make a very nice play defensively and you lead off the inning? And that's what's happening here. He made a great play taking a hit away from DeVerge, an RBI and a run away. And he swings through the first pitch. He's popped to the third baseman and punched a single in the right field. Low for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Chop down the right side, foul into the first base coach's box. So it kind of is even at 2. We got warm-up action in the Bulldog bullpen. Pretty good smattering of fans for the Bulldogs. On a night not great for baseball. That's going to make it up in the seats. We got a few fans out in the cars, out in the outfield behind the fences because the Navigators did have signs up. They didn't cover the place like they usually do. They had some signs up. They took them down, or the wind knocked them down, one of the two. So people can still sit in their cars outside the ballpark. Prondus makes the play over to Labby for the first out. So we got a few cars out in right field. We got a few cars out in left field. Checking out the ball game, sitting in the warmth of their car. And we got a nice smattering of fans down beyond the English Bulldog dugout, and behind that, hit solidly. Nice stop. Made that look easy with the one-handed stop. 2 quick outs in the 6th inning, both of them to the second baseman, Prondus. 2 up, 2 down. Sean Bartholomew grounded the shot and grounded the shot. The second one was a force out at second base. So he's gone to Moretta twice. Nice off-speed curveball, drops in for a strike. Hit foul. Three straight to the second baseman, and he throws it away. He bounced it by Labby. Back up by Torres, keeps the runner at first. So the error extends the inning. Looked like it was going to be 3 plays in a row by Prondus. He hurried to throw a little bit, threw it into the turf, and it bounced by the first baseman. Corey Oliveira has struck out, thrown out by the catcher, and got hit by a pitch. Hit to third. Easy play for Mateo. So the error doesn't hurt. Malden is down to their last 3 outs, with English holding on to that skinny 1-0 lead still. That was the first inning that Suburbi did not get a strikeout. It's been a feast or a famine for Suburbi. He gave up 3 base hits. Malden got all 3 hits in the 4th inning. One of them was thrown out trying to steal. That was a very big play. He gave up 2 walks and a hit batsman. Those were all in the 5th inning. He got a strikeout and a ground out to get out of that inning. And it will be 3, 4, and 5 for English as we start at the bottom of the 6th. Jose Morel, Juan Suburbi, Eric Ubri. Stickney has been tough. He's only given up 3 base hits. He gave up a single and a double in the 4th, and the pass ball scored the run. And that's the difference in the game. The pass ball off the catcher's glove. Suburbi scored the run. He got a ground out and a strikeout after that to hold the runner at third. And Monahan de Silva, the shortstop, helped Stickney out with a huge play at shortstop, taking a hit away from DeVers that would have knocked in a run, ending the 5th inning. Foul tip off the catcher. Quickly, it's 2 strikes. Morrell has grounded a shot, struck out swinging. And that gets him on the foot. That hurts a little more in the cold weather. So both pitchers have hit a batter. So for the third time in 6 innings, English has the leadoff hitter on. And they're checking on Morrell at first base. Dougie Mullins wants to make sure he's okay. Morrell is surrounded by coaches. Juan Suburbia is perfect. Doubled, singled, and he scored the only run. He got a 1-out single in the fourth, went to third on Ubre's double, and scored on a pitch that went off the catcher's glove to the backstop for a pass ball, and that's it. 1-0 English. Swing and a miss. Again, the center fielder and right fielder are shallow. The left fielder is very deep. And the first time up, he still hit it over his head inside the left field foul line. Diving back at first is Morrell. Good curveball, drops in for a strike. They picked him off. And he's out at second base. Looked like he might be thinking of going. And they guessed right, they threw it over. So they picked Morrell off. Swing and a miss. They get Suburbia for the strikeout. So even with the hit batsman, 2 up, 2 down. Eric Ubre bounced to the pitcher and doubled. His doubled got Suburbia to third base, and he wound up scoring on the pass ball and for the only run of the game. Swing and a miss. Looking at the 7th inning, Malden will have the bottom 3 in the order up. Waves at the second pitch. Quickly 0-2. Sickney bouncing around the mound. He wanted that one. It just missed inside. Hit the second base. Little off hop, bobbled again. They don't make the play. The error prolongs the inning. Second error in the game for Malden. That was easy. Had it once, bobbled it, still had time, and then bobbled it again, and then had no chance. Ethan Labby has walked and bounced to third. That one goes to the backstop. So the pickoff was very big. English has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. fourth inning they've had a runner in scoring position. And they've only brought one in. Swing and a miss. Hit foul, out of play. Three hits, a walk, and 2 errors. 5 base runners for the Bulldogs, and they're on top 1-0. Swing and a miss. So he gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. The hit batsman, the error doesn't hurt. The hit batsman is picked off. So Malden needs a run to keep it going. We finished 6 here at Fraser Field. English still holding on to that 1-0 lead over Malden. 7, 8, and 9 for Malden. English needs 3 outs to get their second win. Go over 500. Shea Cohen, the catcher, has popped to the catcher and sacrificed. Throws me a nice running catch over by the Malden dugout, the catcher for English to get the put out. Down and in for a ball. Missing inside, 2-0. In for a strike. 2-1. Big hop for the third baseman. Quickly, Mateo gets it over to first base for the first out. Both pitchers have given up 3 hits. Stickney's only walked 1, Suburbi walked 2. Swing and a miss. Mathis is the pinch hitter. Missing low for a ball, 1-1. Lined in the left field for a base hit. Malden has a pulse. They get the tying run at first with 1 out. Tevin Killeran bounced to second, struck out swinging. And Krutzenberg is going to go in and run. In for a strike. Slices it foul the other way. Torres set up outside the waste pitch, trying to get Killer into chase. He laid off. hit the second base. They get one. They get two. They turn the double play. Great in the middle by Moretta. Rondas played very well at second base. He got that little shovel to second base. Moretta, no wasted effort across the bag. A rifle shot to Labby with the long stretch. They turned the 4-6-3 double play and put an exclamation point on a very nice game by Suburbi on the mound. What a way to end a 1-0 game, the 4-6-3 double play. So Suburbi, outstanding, gives up 4 base hits, 3 of them in 1 inning, but Torres bailed him out, throwing a runner out, trying to steal second base, and Malden couldn't score. So he gives up only 4 base hits. He walked 2 and hit a batter. Those were in the same inning, in the 5th inning, but they wound up leaving the bases loaded with a force at second base on a ground ball. They get out of that as well. And then they put a runner on in the 6th, but the error didn't hurt. They get a base hit, but then the 4-6-3 double play ends it. The only run in the game, Suburbi with 1 out, helped himself. He got a base hit, scooted all the way around to third on the double by Ubri. The pitch went off the catcher's glove. It turned out to be a pass ball. The run scored, and that was it, 1-0. Billy Stickney, a very hard, tough loss. He gives up only 3 base hits, walked only 1. He struck out 9. So 3 hits, a walk, and 2 errors, 6 base runners. But Malden couldn't get anybody to score. English got the 1 run. Suburbi gives up the 4 hits, walked 2, struck out 5, and was pretty much in command. Did a very nice job. And that nice 4-6-3 double play. Back-to-back hits in the 4th by Suburbi, the double by Ubri, and the ball off the catcher's glove, the pass ball, and it winds up with a 1 run, and who knew it at the time? The 1 run was the only run of the ball game. So English is going to go to 2-1 on the season. They'll go over 500 with the win. Malden is going to drop to 2-4 as Suburbi outstanding on the mound. Suburbi gets a couple of base hits, scores the 1 run. Ubri got the double that helped it along. He also reached on an error. Those were the only 3 hits in the game. Suburbi getting 2 of them. And they made it stand up. Suburbi got it, and the double play at the end cinched it as English wins it by a score of 1-0 over Malden. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.